Here's a deep, amazing word for you today. Let me show you what I feel the Lord is showing me about Genesis 15. In the beginning of this chapter, God is speaking to Abraham, and Abraham believes God, and it is counted to him for righteousness. But let's go on to the verses after that. In Genesis 15:8, Abraham is asking God, how do I know that I will inherit this? And God told him to take a heifer, a ram, a goat, a turtle dove, and a pigeon. And the next verse says that he took all of those animals and divided them in the midst, and laid each piece one against another, but the birds divided he not. So I want to show you the picture that I keep getting when I read this scripture. Here are each of the animals. The heifer weighs about 1,000 pounds at 3 years old, and goats and rams weigh about in the 200-pound range. So if he divided them, then there were 2 pieces per animal, except for the dove and the pigeon. And this is the way that I believe that he arranged those animals. That's right, in the shape of a cross. The next verse says, and when the fowls came down upon the carcasses, Abram drove them away. Fowls of the air represent judgment. So just as Abram was waving away those fowls of the air from his sacrifice, the cross removes judgment from us. The next few verses are God prophesying to Abram about what will happen to his descendants. So let's skip on down now to verse 17. And it came to pass, as the sun went down and it was dark, then a smoking furnace and a burning lamp passed between the pieces. And so we see, just as in Genesis 1, the light shone in the darkness. And this was God walking between the pieces and ratifying the covenant that he was making with Abram. Did you know that the cross was the early Hebrew symbol for covenant? It was God's signature. Jesus is the light who shines in the darkness, who by his sacrifice removes judgment from us and satisfies all the Levitical laws for sacrifice and guarantees to us a better covenant.